Hi, I'm Diana. Welcome to Craft It Sweetly. Thanks so much for being here. In this video, I'd like to show you how to create these fun backgrounds, beautiful designs, and you can make some really unique cards with this type of printing. And I'll show you how to do it in this video. Gel printing can create some really fun designs. This is what the gel plate looks like. It's right now it's between two pieces of acetate, but it's actually very gel-like. This is a brand new gel plate. This is 12-inch square gel plate. So it does come sandwiched between two pieces of acetate. You just have to remove the acetate. You can remove the other one too. I'm just gonna leave that one be. I don't need to remove the other one. And then if you were to take this back one off, this is what it looks like. It's just like Jell-O, thus the name gel plate. Okay, so I will put this back down. And now the next step for this is it does have some instructions on the back and inside the brochure. But what's cool is you can create some really unique designs, and each one is going to be different. There's no way for you to make the same pattern and come up with the same exact look with it. And for this you use acrylic paints. So I have a few different acrylic paints on standby here. I've got some metallic ones, some regular acrylic paints, but any color combination you would like to use. And the other tool that you need is a brayer. It's just looks like a rolling pin, and we're gonna spread the paint on the gel plate. One other item that you actually need are stencils. That's gonna give you some nice designs, or anything that's a soft texture. So meaning you can use brushes to move the paint on here. You can use anything that's soft, so you would never use, you know, like something pokey to move the design on here or to scrape it. You can use something like this, like a plastic that would have combs on it, that would have ridges. That's something that you would use like in cake decorating. I have this kind of stencil, but you can use really any type of design on them. You can also use these types of embossing texture plates just to add design to it. So first off, kind of choose what colors you want to add. So I'm gonna use this metallic, and I'm just gonna put, I guess I should shake this since it's the metallic one. Okay, and at this point I'm just gonna spread this paint on the gel plate. And if necessary, you can add some more paint to it. And then the roller, you can use an old magazine and then just clean off so I would just be using this and then rolling it off to clean off the roller. And you can keep that off to the side to clean it off. Now once you have this, then you can add your stencil to it. So for this one, first one, I'm gonna use this flowery one. And I'm just gonna put it down. I'm gonna go over it with this, just to press it down a little. See, that left more of a design on it. And then you just take your paper and set it down. Press all the way around to make sure that the paint is picked up. You can also add a stencil to it first. So I'll take this stencil that I've used in another project and set this down and then add the paint on top of it. So we'll do this and the gold. And you can keep building on top of what you already have. It'll create some interesting designs with that as well. Okay, and I'll just pick up the stencil. So as you can see, that left some nice design on there. And this will continue picking up even from the other projects, the other designs that you had on there. And then I'll show you once I do a few of different ones, what I create with these gel plate printings. As you can see, you can continue building on what you have and taking more of the color off. So it's going to give you different patterns. Okay, that's a cool design one, and you can add then stamp on top of it, for example. But I'll show you a couple of cards that I made once I've done some of these backgrounds. So now you can see kind of a big chunk of it is kind of cleaned off because I took the paint off. But to clean this, you would use just some soap and water, and it would clean off the gel plate, and then just let it air dry. You can see I'm picking up some of the color that was still left on this stencil and adding it to the design here. I like this gel plate that it's larger, so you can use an 8.5 by 11 to create the designs on it, which then once you cut it in half, you've got 2 cards out of it. So now instead of doing it right on the gel plate, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this down and then add the color on top. And I'm gonna pick this one up on black paper. I think it might be a cool effect. So it just has a very subtle design to it. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of gold to it and then just kind of almost clean up the gel plate versus, because some of this color will still be left on there. How pretty is that with that gold sheen to it and then the flowers that are still there. Now it didn't pick up here, so I could just kind of place it down and see if it's gonna pick up this leftover. There we go, picked up and colored that rest of it. But that's pretty cool with that subtle design from the previous pattern on it. Gonna add some more of this metallic. So now, as you can see, I didn't have as much paint on this round, so it picked up more of the paint that was on the gel plate. So that's the thing, you want to make sure that you run your finger along the edges so it picks up that part. So just an interesting colored paper on this one. Beautiful for backgrounds. If you were to use something like this that has the plastic type of design, you can add other types of designs to it. Okay, and then this will be my last one. And then you would just clean this up with, like I said, some soapy water. Same with all of your stencils. It's acrylic, so don't let it sit on it. You can just put them in a big pan and wash all of them off. And then I will show you some projects that I'll do with all these various designs created. Once all of your papers are dry, you can start creating cards with them. And I just wanted to show you some of the ones that I've put together. So this is one with a wider frame around here, and I just trimmed a little section of the design that I had, so you don't necessarily have to use all of it. And these two are from the same piece of paper. And here's another one, just a very simple card, but this is very unique, so you're not gonna get this design again ever. Here's another one, which is a larger card, and then I did the framing around this one as well. Some you can use as they are, so you don't really need to do anything. You can just use plain note card paper like this. Either side works, obviously, but look how pretty that is. And again, these are gonna be unique designs. Here's another one. This one has the gold on it, and you can choose which side to use, but simple note cards. These are the 8.5 by 11 cut in half. Well, not these two particular ones, but, and then this is a black one. I really like this pattern to it. It's very unique. This is the one that I drew, kind of scored it with that scraper in various designs, but it has such a beautiful design sheen to it on the black paper. Now for this, you would have to add a white cardstock inside so somebody can write on it. And a couple that I wanted to show you being put together. I cut one of the ones that I did like this. I cut it, and this is a larger card, and then I cut it and then trimmed off the corner of the card just to add a little more interest. And instead of, you could leave it like this if you'd like, but what I decided to do was I'm gonna add this on the inside of the card. So from the outside it looks like it has a split to it, but then this is actually on the inside. So I want to make sure that this is lined up correctly. And for this I'm just using double-sided tape with this easy runner. I really like this because you can get really tiny pieces of double-sided tape. Alright, so this is gonna go right on the inside, and I want to make sure that it's lined up exactly with, well, I guess I'll do it this way. So it's going to be lined up here and then lined up with this other one before I drop it. I just want to make sure that it's looks like it's one piece of paper right there. So it continues here and continues there. And you know, you can have it this way or you can have it this way. It's just very pretty. And then you can add sentiments to all of these. And I have a video where I do batch sentiments. It's like doing the entire sheet of sentiments that you have in one batch, and that way you have them on hand. So you could add a sentiment here if you'd like. But for this, I just wanted to show you the making of the card versus the sentiment parts. And these don't throw out. You can probably use this in a different card, so save them. I know there's like tons of scraps of paper to save. And then this last one that I wanted to show you was with stamping. So it's a little larger card here, but I'm using the mini Misty to stamp this on here. And I'm gonna set it down, and I want to set this right here for the stamp. Oops, move it right there. And what's nice with this is that you can stamp it multiple times if it didn't come out the first time right. So it's a little light in some places, so I'm gonna go back and do it 2 or 3 times to make sure that it's nice and dark around the edges especially. Then once you have this, you could again add a sentiment up here or any other kind of embellishment. And then I'm gonna attach this to just a little frame, and I'll use this again. I'll just stick to it straight right here, but I will move it up a little bit because I will add a sentiment down here. But these are pretty fun cards to make with this gel printing. I hope this video was inspirational to create some fun designs. And just remember, you don't have to use that whole sheet of paper that you created, but you can pick up some really beautiful backgrounds with the gel printing. If you have any questions, please comment below. Would love to see your projects in my Facebook group. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next project.